Just back in quickly, guys. Well, hopefully quickly, just to show you how to change the ladder, the stats page, and also to update the match sheet. I just want to show you this, even though it's you shouldn't need to do it too much in future. But if it comes a point where you do need to edit it or something's not right, you know how to do it. So I've done all this on the play site. It was mainly we only need to do this for Super League because of the bonus round. The all this information, the match sheet, the stats, and all that for all the other divisions should be right because it's copied from the previous comp. So I've done it all on the play site, got it working. Greg Johncock helped me a little bit just to make it work. So I'll just show you how to do it. So you go to options and then to config settings, and then you've got all these settings across the top here. In our previous video, we did it's a live score, live admin is where the pin and the settings of when things happen. So you can have a look at that at any time. You can change that to suit what you want, but you shouldn't need to. But first of all, we'll do the score sheet. So this is how you build a score sheet. There is templates. So at the moment, there's 3 templates. I don't use all of them. I actually use one of them, one of them. So the general rounds. This is Super League. So I've already updated this. So you can have as many templates as you want, and then depending on what type of comp it is, you can use different templates. And then within the templates, there's blocks. So there's the legend, which is where you list all the players at the start of a match. The singles, that's actually the match sheet, which has got the 4 rounds. The bonus round is that new round we'll set up for Super League, and a tiebreaker is not required in Super League, but in the other divisions it is. So I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And yeah, so under the drop down for score sheets, you've got these are game blocks that have already been created. So you can create as many of them as you want to different type of comps. But here we've got the legend, and what the legend is some basic information. What the title of it is, show it in the stats. There's a few options there, display rankings. Position. So we've got 9 players in our allowed in our match sheet. So you've got, for the home team, you've got 1 to 9, and the away team's got A to I. So that's already been created, and that's all that is where you list the players at the beginning of the match. Then you go to singles. That's how many blocks of games there is. We've got four rounds of 6. Position in the score sheet. So number 1 is the legend. So it's just how it looks is all this is, and they've got to be unique numbers as well. So here we've got 2, 3, 5, and 6. The reason there's not 4 is because I've actually set the bonus round as number 4. So what everyone sees and what everyone uses on a Wednesday night, we'll have the legend, 2 rounds of singles, then the bonus round, and then another 2 rounds of singles. So you can adjust that however you want if you're making comps in the future. You can name the title block whatever you want. I've just listed it singles. Is it required? Yes. Stats table ID, I'm not sure what that is. That's a default. That's the header. Show stats in legend, which I don't have to do that, but we can. The next few settings is you don't really need to touch. This is one feature, Graham, it might be handy for you for State of Origin when you've got, especially in the lower divisions where there's not enough players and players are having to play more than 1 game per round. Previously, what you had to do is you had to make up dodgy names to add those players, which Greg from Poolstat actually doesn't like, because those dodgy names actually become profiles in Poolstat. So what he'd rather do is actually allow players to play multiple games per round. To do that, you just click this one here, duplicate players allowed. So in State of Origin this year, when setting that up, we'll just set that as yes, and then if a player needs to play twice because there's not enough players, they can. So this next bit's the how many games per block, basically, and we've got 6. And then you've got the home order. So this was just copied from our paper or previous score sheets. So the home teams is 1 through 6 in every round. The away order is A through F, and then it switches as per our standard order. So this can be set up however you want. There's actually been requests from Terry McClimate to change the away order a little bit. So I think mainly to avoid from round 2 to 3, because you've got A and B last and then B and A first, to speed things up, because often a lot of the lower divisions I've heard wait until these 2 frames finish. Also, they have to wait till at least one of them finishes. They won't start. They'll wait to both these games finish before they start this round. In first div, I know in Barmers we skip to the next game, A or D, whatever it may be, just to keep things flowing on. But we might look at seeing if we can change this. There's no bylaws to say it has to be this way. Populate players from Legend. So what that means is when you put the players' names in, they'll filter through all these positions for all rounds. You can turn that off, but that means the captain has to enter the name each time. If this is clicked on, all you need to do is sub the players out as we currently do. The break order is pretty straightforward. It's just home and away first round, and it swaps for the second, third, and fourth round. This here, you can set it to best of race 2, ignore frames. But we need each match to play all frames. Max frames per game, that's set to 1. I'm not actually sure what that does. So that's the singles one. So you got Legend, singles, then bonus round. So in bonus round, there's one. How many blocks of games? There's only 1. Position in score sheet, as I mentioned before, is position 4, so it's in the middle. You can put it at the anywhere in the actual match sheet, but I think we agreed in the middle. That's the name of it. Is it required? Yep. It's a single. So the header is type of game block. You can have singles or doubles. This one's singles. And then the header is whatever you want to call it. We want to show the stats. Don't worry about the rankings. Duplicate players not allowed. Games in that block is only 2. The home order is 1 and 2. The away order is A and B. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I've given it, there's a 2 games, so it's an even amount of breaks, home and away, and play the frames. So, and the tiebreaker, this is used for the final series, which we won't need in Super League because I don't think there can be a tie. I'm pretty sure there can't be. I'll check that. But yeah, so it's singles again. It's at position 7, so it's the end of the night. It's a tiebreaker, and it's set to optional. So what that means is it'll only come up if there's a tie after the 4 rounds. So this is already set up in all the other divisions, and then there's only 5 games in the tiebreaker, so A to E and 1 to 5, and the breaks. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So remember, you guys, you can play around with this stuff on the play site, which I've done, and I'll actually show you how this looks because I've set it up. So yeah, they're the all ones you need at the moment. So when you're doing a draw and you've got just the general rounds, in Super League, we need the Legend, the singles, and the bonus round. We don't need the tiebreaker. There's no tiebreaker required. The same as all the other divisions in the general rounds, which will be 1 to 14. In this comp, it's 1 to 15. You don't need the tiebreaker. So in the finals rounds, you will. In Super League, you don't need the tie. Well, we're not using finals rounds, I don't think. I'll check this anyway. But for the finals rounds on the draw, which I'll just show you quickly. Go dashboard. I'll go to Div 1, for example. So we've got to adjust So that's one thing we're going to, let's do one. So we're going to adjust this and we're going to add the finals round. So I'll do another video on that shortly, how to show it. But I'll go to a previous comp just to quickly show you what that actually means. Winter comp, go to draw, turn this on. So these finals round here, the last 3 rounds, if you click on them, and then go edit, round info, type of round, see how it's got final listed here. So that means it'll use the finals match sheet, which has got the tiebreaker in it, with the optional tiebreaker. All the other rounds are set to general, which so that's where that comes from. So if I go back here, 2020 Super League draw. So all these rounds, there's no final round set up at the moment. So round info, this will say general. If that was finals, it'll show that tiebreaker game block. Which is final rounds here. So as you can see, it's got the bonus round turned off. It's got the tiebreaker turned on. So wherever there's finals rounds selected, it'll have the tiebreaker. Wherever it's general rounds, it'll look like this in Super League. In the other divisions, it'll look like this, except it won't have the bonus round. So I'll just show you how that looks on the play site. So this is a play site. So if you want to actually play around with matches, just log into the play site. And I'll be mucking around in first division, even though first division hasn't got the bonus round. That's just for some reason I was playing around with that. If you want to actually log into the match sheet like you would on a Wednesday night, just go to draw. I've already played a couple of rounds just because I was playing around. Go to whatever round 3 we're up to from what I've been playing around with. Change this basic to advanced list, and it's got all the match pins. So you don't need the password. So if you just go here and copy the home team's pin, so the home's the first 6 numbers, the away is the second 6. So I've copied that. Then if you go over here to this is the play match sheets, so it's not actually the live one, so it's lsplay.poolstat.net.au instead of ls.poolstat. So if you go team login, put that pin you just copied from the play site, and it'll go to that match. So I'll just show you how the match. So you do the normal process. You select the. It's a bit annoying on a Poolstat. On a desktop. So let's go through and do this. Lock in the players. Yes, yes, yes. So I'll show you also. You can actually say someone doesn't lock in their subs and they haven't played any frames. You can actually log into their match sheet as an admin. So let's go yes. So on the top right hand side, you can go here, you can go admin login, and you put the admin password in, which I think is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very sophisticated. Go submit, and you can actually reset them so they can do it again. If they've played frames, you can't do that. If they've played frames, I'll just have to leave a note at the end of the match for you to adjust the players that they forgot to put in as subs and they use as subs. So I just won't do anything here for now. I think that in the live site, the password's actiba123. So if you get a call and you need to unlock players, that's how you do it. Select players for the away team. I don't need to tell you how to do this, but I just want to show you how the actual match sheet looks for Super League. So enter results. So what have So I've buggered that up because I haven't actually set. I don't know why. Sorry, I'll just go out of here. I don't think that's worked. I haven't activated the right sheet. So I'll just log out. Let's have a look. Let's see. It's a play site. Draw. Yeah. Oops. I don't know what I've done here. Sorry guys, 2 secs. Oh, I accidentally clicked bonus. I turned bonus round off. So I'll save that. So let's make sure that's still saved. Yeah, so that's right. So I was just maybe click on the wrong thing as I'm talking. So go here, go to draw. I'll just grab another pin because I've opened that match sheet. It probably will freeze because I've changed the match sheet now. That's a problem. You can never change a match sheet halfway through a round or a match. It'll just make it freeze. So I'll just grab another pin. So sorry, match sheet, advance. I'll grab the elephants pin. Go over here to login. Put their pin in. Right, this time. I think I need a new mouse here at work because that's not working very well. Work? Yes. Yeah. Enter results. Yeah, the bonus round. So I've set it so the bonus round's not pre-populated from the legend. So because obviously we don't want one and two might not necessarily be who's in the bonus round. So you can just the captain can click on the question mark and put whoever they want in the bonus round. Now the other thing that's different here is so that's the way the match sheet looks. So you've got the legend. This bonus round is how you put the extra points in for the bonus round, which I'll go to in a sec. Then they got the singles 1 and 2, then the bonus round. So that's the new part for Super League. Then 3 and 4. So the way a captain needs to do enter the results is same as normal. There's only a couple of extra steps. So I'll just go through and hit the wins. Like we were doing it. So here I'll click on here and choose who we want in the bonus round. My internet's slow. So that's a bonus round. 2 wins. So that's all normal. A bonus round's a little bit different. You just got to put the names in there. Now, the way this bonus round here, this is how you allocate. So remember, the bonus round, these 2 frames here, each win is worth 2 points. So as you'll see, it's only put 17.9 in, and it hasn't allocated the bonus points. So who are we? The elephants have got 1 win, and the Tonkas have got 1 win in the bonus round. So all the captain needs to do is hit a 1 next to the Elephants and a 1 next to the Tonkas. So as you can see, that gives them an extra point each. So those extra points won't go to the frame count of these two players, but it will add 2 points to their score. So that's all you do. I'll just quickly show you how I got this. I'll try to remember. There's an on-off button to get this to appear. That's just a multiplier, really. You can apply it to any, doesn't matter. That's just for this round here. So just check that, because someone might have fat fingers, or well, I don't think there's any cheats among the association, but just make sure that's correct. Obviously, if the home team won 2 games, you'd have 2 here and 0 here. Pretty straightforward. I'll just finalise this match, and I'll show you the extra step you need to do to verify a match. So here's that result there. It says 17-9. It hasn't put I don't know why, it hasn't actually put the 2 bonus points in there, but it does actually work. Maybe because the other team hasn't verified, maybe. But anyway, you click on the pencil as normal to bring up the verification page. And one thing it doesn't actually, I think, yeah, it does on this sheet here, it doesn't actually show that multiplier where you put the extra point in. So you just need to check. So even though it says on that previous page, it said 17-9, 18-10 is actual score. So I know it's a little bit more double checking. But you just got to make sure that, well, only in this instance, one point, extra points been allocated to both teams. Now, the only other step, which I'll show you in the match sheet in a minute, that you guys are going to have to do on Super League only, is in where the hashtag is. So normally, if a player's got a master break, you'll have hashtag MB. That's a way for the stats sheet and the data to pick up a master break or a master shot, is hashtag MS. They automatically come from the stats, from the live match sheet from the captains. With the bonus round, because just to help captains, the way to, on the stats page, you can actually track how many times they played in the bonus round. So all you'll have to do in these 4 boxes here, so for both frames, just go hashtag, I think it's BP you set up, hashtag bonus point, and just do that for all of them, hashtag bonus point, hashtag bonus point, hashtag bonus point. So by putting that in there, the way the ladder's set up, it's set up to calculate the hashtag BP and how many times people have got that for the season against their name. So the extra steps are really to verify games, just to check the bonus points have been put in correctly, and put hashtag BP against these 2 games. So then you just save that as normal. So that's done. So I haven't completed the other game, so that's verified. It's got 18-10 there. So once you verify it, it does put, when you first go into that, it doesn't show the bonus points. Once you verify it does. So I will just publish that. So even though it gives me a warning, says not games complete, but I can still publish it. And if I go home, Activa, remember this is a play site. It's this one here. So yeah, that's got the results I've put in. This is on the play. Go stats table. And I'm going to change this, and I'll show you how. I might do an extra video because this one's taking a little bit. as you can see, you've got to go over to the right here to get this last BP. So that's the bonus point, the bonus round. I might actually change that to, I'll change that to BR, so bonus round. And as you can see, it's got a 1 next to the people that have played the bonus round. So 2 for Dennis. So by putting that BP in, it goes to this column here. So this looks a little bit neater. I'm going to change this to FW instead of the full words frames 1, and then FL, MB, MS. I'm going to change that so that's a little bit neater, so you don't have to scroll across the side to see the full stats. So that's how all that works. So I'm going to stop this video now because I'm doing this through Zoom. I'm just recording the meeting instead of actually doing it live. And I'll show you how to edit these headings, and I'll show you how to get how to set this up, because you can change the order of all this and what's tracked and what's shown on the stat sheet. You can, same as the match sheet, you can change the way this looks if you like. So I'll show you how to do that in a separate video. So just give us a sec, guys, and I'll do another video and I'll share this with you soon.